We are now
Live.
live,
Woohoo!
live on YouTube. Okay, you guys, what's up? It's your girl Raven. We're back with episode number 4 of Monster Madness, and my main partner in crime is D Boogie.
D Boogie.
What's up, Boogie? How you been? How's
Nothing,
this
girl. What's going
weekend?
on with
Crazy,
you?
ain't it?
How you holding up in this quarantine?
You know what? Honestly, I'm an introvert. I'm a homebody. This
Yeah.
really don't bother me. it really doesn't. You guys.
Nah, see,
Yeah, you
it's
know.
funny because it's like, we started doing this whole horror thing, and now the world around us looks like the prequel to some zombie apocalypse movie anyway.
I
Or,
can't
it
wait
looks like
until we
it's
get
setting up for
into
something.
zombies. Woo! You guys, let me tell you, real talk. Everything in my life revolves around a zombie apocalypse. You can ask any one of my children, and they will tell you about the bug out bag and where we're going, who reads the map. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, it's crazy. But I don't want to get all into that. We're live for the very first time. If you're under 18, let me tell you right now, I'm grown and I may swear. All right, that's just life. It's just I'm gonna try not to say anything really bad, but sometimes I get really excited and I swear. But woosah. Everybody was wondering what color Raven's hair was gonna be today, and it's blue. It's
Nice.
blue.
I love it.
All
I
right, you
love
guys,
it.
we're gonna do it. He's got his afro puffs. I've got my blue hair and my blue nails. Let's jump into it. We're gonna talk about Chucky. Chucky. Now we're talking about like 1988. That's the Chucky we're starting off with, you guys. The original Chucky, 1988 with Brad Dorff. What do you think? What do you think?
Well, I loved the whole I love the premise of Chucky, but like I said last week, I personally don't see how he killed so many people because he
Yeah,
wouldn't have gotten me because I'm
yeah.
not
So
gonna be
many
scared of
adults.
a doll. But I
Yeah,
do
so many
like that
adults.
the whole voodoo ritual, putting it into the
Yeah.
good guys doll. That was
Absolutely.
kind of cool, especially in 1988.
Yes, yes, yes. See, you guys, when it comes to horror movies, sometimes I'm really stuck in my ways. They redid Chucky. 2019, Mark Hamill. We're talking about Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker cannot beat Brad Dorff as Chucky. No way. Sorry. Go back, have your lightsaber, talk to. Ooh, I almost said a swear word. Talk to Yoda and leave Chucky alone. I'm sorry, but I didn't like that at all. I did watch it. I liked the upgrade of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I liked the upgrade of it, but I don't know. The new Chucky just did not embody the original. That original Chucky, he was kind of scary to me. I
Yes.
mean, yeah, you're gonna kick him, but he's gonna keep coming back. You can't do nothing. They burned him. They shot him up. I think they melted him down, and he just keeps coming back. He's like a little plastic Jason. He just, no matter what they do to him, he comes back. They had how many Chuckies? So many because I know they had the bride. They
Yeah,
got
it
the
was
seed.
it was six sequels. So they had one, two, three. Then they had the bride of, the seed of, the curse of, the cult of.
Yes,
Then they
Cult
had
of, because I just had to watch that because I was like, what is that? I never even heard of that.
now
So yeah.
My favorite one was the one with Jennifer Tilly and Redman in it. That one was great to me. The seed, I loved it.
Oh, I love that one. I love that one. You know what?
With the
Jennifer
little
Tilly
with the
keeps
little
me
boy with the
around for
crazy
that.
eyes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love that. Love that. You know what? Jennifer Tilly, she is a goddess. I love her voice. I love everything. There is nothing I have seen her in that I don't like. Maybe we'll get into Bound. That was an awesome play. But
Yes.
we'll go back to monsters. We'll go back to monsters because Bound was something completely different. But yeah, I can dig
For another
Chucky.
day. We'll save that one for another
Yes,
day.
yes, we will put a pin in that, beep, and we'll come back to that. But I was digging Chucky, and I liked the fact that the longer he was inside the doll, he was becoming human inside the doll. Now I enjoyed that part, I enjoyed when he didn't really know what was going on, and then he was chasing Andy all over town, and he has
Yes.
chased Andy for years. I feel sorry for that kid because he could not get away from Chucky. Chucky found him all the time, all the time. Just crazy, just crazy. I do love Chucky though, but he's not really that scary on a freaky meter. If you don't like dolls, he's a little freaky. But then you're a grown ass person, so you're stronger than this doll. I'm thinking. Even yeah, there's just no way a doll can overpower you. I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Right.
But it's funny, it
Well,
got
you know,
68%.
and that goes with that whole.
It's just crazy. Like
It got 68%.
yeah, 68% for the one in 1988 on Rotten Tomatoes. And then for the
Right.
newest one in 2019, 63. So it didn't even register really. It was just only a couple degrees. I don't agree with Rotten Tomatoes when it comes with Chucky number one in 1988 because hands down that was a scary movie for that time. But yeah, I don't agree with 68%. I'd go 80% because I really enjoyed all of that. So, we're going to talk about something else. Something that when I was doing my show prep, I didn't realize there was a whole lot of these either.
Well,
So,
somebody must have, because I'm about to say somebody must have enjoyed it because worldwide they all grossed.
what did they gross? Guys, are we having difficulty? Technical difficulty. Of course,
Say
I
that
can't.
again.
Okay. You froze there for a second and I was just chilling. Oh my gosh. That's am I here by myself? You guys, I don't know what's going on. This is the whole thing about going live. You never know what you're gonna get. So what I was talking about before Boogie disappeared, he'll be back though. I'm absolutely sure he'll be back. So see, something's going on. See, you guys, there he is. Boop, boop, Boogie's back. See, awesome.
I'm right here. I don't know what happened. I look. I guess we started to terrify the world because everything went crazy for a minute. But hey,
Yeah, everything was just like, I got this message across my screen and it said, your internet is unstable. And I was like, well, damn, my internet is having a bad mental day.
yeah, I was
But
like, it's
anyway,
unstable. Does it need its meds? I don't know what.
yes, it needs something. I'm sorry, dear laptop. I'll be nice to
That's all
chew.
right.
Anyway, let's get into Hatchet.
Yes.
Like I was saying before, when I was doing show prep, I didn't realize how many of these movies there were because honestly, I think I only saw one or two. But the first one I saw was amazing because it also had Tony Todd in it, y'all. We already talked about Tony Todd being spooky as Candyman. He was good in this one too. He was
Yes.
good in this one too. So yeah, yeah. Oh, and Robert England was in it too. The first one,
The
I
whole
enjoyed.
the, the whole
I
the
enjoyed.
whole thing with the Victor Crowley and the whole thing with that was just crazy. The
That's
violence.
the one I have seen. I have not seen Victor Crowley. I need to find it uh, after the show, you guys. If anybody knows where I can find a copy of Hatchet #4, Victor Crowley, leave it in the comments for me, and I will watch it.
Yeah, it's good stuff. And I like the fact that they put so many of the um horror movie, superstars in it. Kane Hodder, who played, Jason Voorhees.
Yes,
Robert Englund, who everybody knows, of course, is Freddy Krueger. Tony Todd,
yes,
Candyman.
yes,
They got
yes.
R.A. Milioff, who was also Leatherface. Derek Mears, who also played as Jason Voorhees. Tyler Maine, the one that played Michael Myers, shape, form, or fashion, whether it's cameo. And I like the fact that all of them gave homage to Hatchet as one of the,
Yeah, 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 absolutely.
lower tier,
Yeah.
B-rated,
People
movies.
have got to stop thinking that
And
B-rated movies suck, you guys, because some of them are absolutely fabulous. You know what I mean? Some of them are just like little bitty gems. Like Hatchet, to me, is a little bitty gem. I don't think a whole lot of people have seen it. If you like slashers, and this is what we're doing from last week, part two slashers, Hatchet, you guys got to see it. Absolutely. The blood. you know, um, a lot of girls may not like horror and blood and guts and all that. Not me. I love my horror movies. I love my blood. I love my guts. I love scaring the crap out of myself. And if something can scare me, then it deserves to be on this show. So Hatchet was really good because it had that New Orleans vibe. I like that
right.
anyway because New Orleans is spooky. it's just spooky,
Right.
you know.
And,
So,
and,
but to
and, and you
have
get
that,
people that want to go on these boat tours at night. Are
yeah,
you
it's a
crazy?
swamp.
In the
No, no,
swamp? What?
no, no. Why you want to go in the swamp at night? Why you want to do that? No, I don't understand. I mean, I know about the tours. I would do all the ghost tours. I would go see Madame Laveau's grave, and I would knock and do all that other good jazz. But Raven is not going on a boat in the middle of the swamp
In the middle of the night.
in the nighttime.
Yeah. First of all, there are things out there that are, I mean, not even talking about the people or any of the supernatural. There are lots of
So,
alligators, not alligators, alligators.
snakes. We talking about alligators. This chick is talking about snakes. We talking about big water moccasin snakes.
See that
No,
too. That
see, we
too.
can't do that. I just no, no, no. just not going in the swamp, you guys. Sorry, and it's not gonna catch Raven and Boogie in the swamp. We just ain't doing
No,
it.
no, not in the middle of the night. During the day, yeah, I'll go
Oh
anywhere during
yeah,
the day. But
yeah, yeah,
my
yeah.
mama didn't raise no fool. I'm not scared of anything.
Oh,
Let's get it straight. I am not scared of anything, but my mama didn't raise no fool, and I'm not gonna put myself in a position that's gonna have me running like I was scared.
gotta get it. Gotta get it where you can get it. Cause you know what? Sometimes I don't know. I don't know. I don't like the way females are portrayed in horror movies. It's one reason why when I write my books, I have very strong female characters. Because, they always portray whether white or black or whatever, we're always falling down.
Right?
I can't, I can't. Yes, the hell you can. Kick them shoes off and run like you got some sense. Because that's what we would do. That's real talk. We would though. Kick them out. Why you gotta have high heels in the woods anyway? Who goes
Right.
who goes camping with some high heels on? Come on now. I'm always in some sneakers. Always.
Well, and
Always.
it always kills me that they're scantily clad, running
Mhm.
around in the swamp.
Yeah. Yeah. Women, we want better parts, and I understand the whole switching of the roles and how men have always seen women in Hollywood as beneath them, and we're rising above that. I see that. We're trying. I get you. I got you. We need to start revamping some of these women roles where we're not falling down. And if we fall down, we get back up and we start running, or we're fighting you. I don't
Get
want
back up
some
and kick
chick with her
and kick
boobies
some
out,
booty.
with her boobies. Even if she, you know what, even if she had a bra on, as long as she's kicking some tail, she can have a bra on. But why we gotta be naked and dumb? That's just not a good combination. Naked and dumb.
You know what? But
Not
I
me.
also that's another episode down the line. I want to explore the level of sexism in earlier horror movies as opposed to how they've changed it. Starting with I guess like that Jessica Biel remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre because she was bad
She did. She did kick butt. She did kick butt. You
and
know.
she looked good while she was doing it. So
Well, if we gonna talk about females that was kicking butt and looking good, we gotta go with Mila Jokovic because
yeah, I'm about to say Mila Jovovich.
she's
Yeah, Mila.
gorgeous.
Resident Evil.
Resident
She did the
Evil
thing.
is my fire, y'all. I can watch that all the time. But we're not gonna get into that
Yeah.
because that's zombies, and zombies is gonna have its own little special thing because I absolutely love zombies, and that's gonna be awesome. Let's talk about
Yeah.
me. Where'd it go? You want to
Well,
go?
you said Little Jim. So speaking of Little Jim, let's talk about. I love him. I love them.
Ooh, who's Little Jim?
Oh, I like all of them though. Even the ones they did, the Leprechaun in the Hood, they were
I love that one
hilarious.
because it's dark comedy. People have got to realize that it's dark comedy. Warwick Davis is life, y'all. He plays in so much stuff. I bet you guys don't know that he was like in Return of the Jedi. You know what I'm saying? He was in these movies. He was in Willow. That's where I first fell in love with him. Is
In Willow,
Willow.
yes.
I heard through the grapevine that they might be trying to remake that, and he's going to be around for that. I don't know. I love him,
Wow.
but Leprechaun. We got
Harry
Jennifer
Potter.
Aniston.
I mean,
That was the
he was in Harry Potter. He was
yeah,
Phileas Flitwick and Grip Hook in the Harry
yep,
Potter films.
yeah, yeah, yep. He was, he was. Yeah, we can't talk about Harry Potter right now because my daughter. I don't know if you can hear her in the back, but she's talking about Harry Potter. We cannot discuss Harry Potter right now because we just can't. This is Monster Madness, not Movie Madness. We will develop Movie Madness a little later, but let's get into Leprechaun. I liked all of those because, like I said, they were kind of funny too. You know, I love that he was always like on a tricycle or or in one of those little funny cars. I loved all that. I loved all that little humor. I found it laughable. I did. I did. I
Yes.
enjoyed all of them. Leprechaun in the Hood. And you would think that because sometimes people, oh well, if this happened and this happened, well now instead of the leprechaun messing with Jennifer Anderson, now the leprechaun is in your neighborhood. And it was still good, you guys. It was still good. If you like dark comedy, I so totally hit that up. I tried to find their rating on Rotten Tomatoes, couldn't find it. On IMDb, it only ranked 4.8. I don't agree with that. Boogie, what do you think?
Well, a lot of people say it is, but it's one of those ones that you have to really, really, really just
Um,
be into horror and be into it for the sake of the originality of the costumes and you're not expecting to have a Oscar worthy script. I mean, come on now, let's stop. Yeah,
can you
that,
spell leprechaun?
yeah, that's not what I watch it for. I want to watch just how insane they can make it. Like
Yeah.
I remember I was doing when I was, just doing some, just researching everything for the show. And I was reading that they said that they were going to do a crossover film with the Candyman series at one time because of the release and the success of the Freddy versus Jason. And it was going
Yeah.
to be called Candyman versus Leprechaun. And the
Get
script
out
was
of
written and
town.
everything, and Warwick Davis had agreed to come on, but then Tony Todd flat out said no because he had too much
No.
respect for his character as Candyman to see it used in
Yeah.
in a comedic way. And I
Yeah.
dig it, but and then
Yeah.
and now Warwick Davis isn't doing anymore because he's had children, and he doesn't want he says it's different when you have kids. He says you look at horror in a slightly different way. So he says now that he
Yeah.
has
True.
kids and he sees the world through their eyes, he says it's probably not right. He said he might wait until they get older. So I don't know whether or not they're going to maybe try to, revamp it later using somebody else, or whether they're just going to let it go. Um,
Let it go. Let it go.
Yeah, I mean, because Leprechaun in Space was definitely pushing the envelope.
You guys, that one, that one was that was kind of hard. That was kind of hard. I mean, I have to give it up because once you start watching something and you're committed, you have to watch it all the way through. Because if you don't watch it, then you're doing something like this, and somebody says, "Well, do you remember at the end this and this and this happened?" And you're like, "Well, hell no, because I didn't make it." So yeah, I had to watch that whole thing, but that was a stretch. That was totally a stretch. That was yeah, that was that was
Yeah.
not one of the good ones. That was not one of the good ones. But since we brought up Chucky and he was a doll, I don't know a lot of people that have seen Puppet Master, but Puppet Master, bro, Puppet Master, those dolls. Now, see, we said that we weren't scared of Chucky, right? Chucky is bigger than those dolls, but those dolls have weapons.
They have weapons,
There's a
and
whole lot
they
of them.
have it's so many of them. And
Yeah, they have the numbers. They have
yeah,
the numbers.
they definitely have the numbers, and it was just that to me is the like that's another thing I want to movies with dolls. I mean, you got all
Yeah,
the the boy and
and
Annabelle
Annabelle
and
and
all the ones that they made going way back to 1980, I believe, and it was a movie called Magic where a guy had a ventriloquist dummy, and that was very creepy to me back in the day. But
right on.
dolls themselves, to a lot of people, they're very, very scary.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
these dolls were nuts. Too long, too. I don't know what in the world. Too long, but they made so many of these, and they had so many different directors that it was so many
Yes.
discrepancies in each one. Because Too
Yeah.
Long died in the first one or the second one, and then like four later,
He's
he's in
back
it.
again. I don't know. But you guys, Puppet Master, man, these dolls, they were just ravenous. They were just, I think nuts is a good term because they were just, these were not normal little, ooh, let me touch you kind of toys. This is, I'm gonna snatch your face off toy. Jeez. And the numbers. Yeah, absolutely. The numbers.
So who was your favorite of the, I would say, of the main puppets? Because I mean, God, um there was at least, let's see, you had the main ones were Blade, Pinhead, Jester, Tunneler, Six Shooter, Leech Woman.
Oh, I think it was her. She scared the crap out of me, y'all. I keep telling you I don't like snakes and all creepy crawlies and
Yeah, she's probably Pinhead and Blade were those were the main ones. Jester and
Yeah.
Tunnler. Six Shooter came in, it was pretty cool. But Leech Woman, she was just when she came, I was like, that that would have been the one that made me say, no,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm
yeah,
going, I'm out.
yeah. She'll make you want to turn around and be like, all right, I quit.
But but
Done.
I love the creativity. They had Blade, Pinhead, Jester, Tunnler, Six Shooter, Leech Woman, Torch, Decapitron, Jin, Genji, Shreddercon, Mephisto, Doctor Death, Drill Sergeant,
Oh,
Cyclops.
I didn't like
Tank.
Drill Sergeant either
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure that was the one where because yeah, I don't like little buzzing things in my ears, and he was stabbing people inside their ears. No, 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 you
they were
guys.
they were
That
definitely, so that was one of the ones that I used to love, that was like underground, and I knew it was not going to be great, and I knew a lot of people hadn't seen them, but as I got older, I appreciated that more because it definitely was just so Full Moon Pictures. All I gotta say is Full Moon Pictures. Thank you,
yeah,
thank you.
absolutely, absolutely,
And
absolutely. I
and and
get
if
it.
you've never seen, any of you out there that are listening that have never seen a Puppet Master, just watch it. Just watch one.
Just watch the first one. Just watch the first one. Don't don't approach these movies logically. Watch it because it's a good movie. Period. That's it. Don't try and take it apart. Sometimes you get movies that you can take apart and no, just this is what it is. It's a whole bunch of dolls and they're not nice to you and they want to see you dead. So it's great. It's really great, and it's unique in that fact that all of the dolls are unique. Each one has its own little way it's gonna kill you. So instead of just Chucky who comes at you with the knife all the time, you got a drill, you got some fire, you got some creepy crawlies. It's just it's it was just a lot. It was just a lot, but it's
Definitely.
a beautiful, beautiful, funny 80s flick. So don't look at these movies like, oh, they're from the 80s and they're not very good. No, you guys got to give these movies a chance. Seriously, there's nothing like Puppet Master, the original Chucky, the first Hatchet, and all of the Leprechauns except him in space. It was like him in space and Jason in space. That was the two dumbest things I've ever seen in my life.
And I never understood one thing about this is with Puppet Master as well. In five, they finally the when the spirit of Toulon has taken over the Decapitron, and he's battling with Sutek, and then he damages all the other ones, but then after
Yeah,
all of the
yeah.
other stuff, he rebuilds the puppets and is and is their guardian. I'm like, re why
Well,
would you
yeah.
rebuild stop?
Af- yeah, after they were all torn apart, leave it alone. They should have just. Sometimes movies don't know where to end. They just don't want to end, and some movies deserve an ending, and others you can keep going. But you know, once I think you're trying to put anybody scary into space, we've got issues.
Yeah,
We've got
I think that's usually when they're playing taps. That's usually
Yeah.
when they play when they do that space one. Jason X. We talked about it. We talked about it last
Yeah.
week. That was like,
Yeah.
he was in space. Come on now, stop.
Yeah.
Leprechaun in
Yeah. Why would?
space.
Yeah. That's just crazy. But you know what? If we're gonna bring up dolls, before we go, you guys, There was one doll that I don't think gets the credit he deserves, and that's the doll from Saw. That little thing on the tricycle.
Oh,
I don't like that little thing on the tricycle. He's a little spooky little thing. And yeah,
yes,
so if we're gonna talk about dolls, I mean
definitely.
we'll get into dolls because then we gotta do like, you know, the Conjuring, which is Annabelle, and that's a real doll. You know, I don't know if you've ever heard of Robert the doll, but that's a real doll that's supposed to be cursed. I don't like that Florida. He's a little spooky little thing. What is that? And
Yes,
so if we're gonna talk about dolls, I mean
definitely.
we'll get into dolls because then we gotta do like, you know, the Conjuring, which is Annabelle, and that's a real. What are we doing? You know, I don't know if you've ever heard of Robert the doll, but that's a real doll that's supposed to be cursed. I don't like that Florida. It's the craziest thing.
Is that you still talking?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but that's some weird crap. We listen, you guys. This is our first go round at the whole live on YouTube. I hope you join us next week. Next week we're doing vampires. So with all this crazy crap going on, I'm Raven Starr. I'll see you next week.
Is that you still talking?
Yeah.
What in the hell? I was sitting here like waiting for you to finish talking, and I realized your mouth was not going with it, and I was like, what in the?
I hope you join us next week. Next week we're doing vampires. So with all this crazy crap going on, I'm Raven Starr. I'll see you next week.
That was crazy.